Okay, so one of the most common New Year's resolutions is personal finance. And in 2026, President Trump is helping Americans achieve this goal, promising larger tax refunds. Here to explain the boom your bank account could feel is certified public accountant and market analyst Dan Geltrude. Dan, thanks for getting up with us to talk about this. First and foremost, I want to talk about how we can see our refunds go up. And are we talking about hundreds of dollars? Are we talking about thousands? And how do we file our taxes to get that money? Sure. So what this relates to is the big, beautiful bill which President Trump signed on July 4th of 25. And what that did was it made the standard deduction larger. It lowered tax brackets. And how about this one? It raised the SALT deduction, which we were talking about just before, where people are moving out of New Jersey, New York, California. Those states will benefit most from this. The cap was $10,000. It's been raised now to $40,000. Of course, that's subject to income limitations. So people are going to be seeing, according to Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, 1,000 to 2,000 of an additional refund, which is going to cost the federal government about $100 billion. Oh, let's not forget, that's our money and we want it back. Yeah. That's a very, very good point. That is our money. We paid into that. I want to talk about the child tax credit. Is there anything that's going to change with that? Because I know, before I had a baby, I had heard about it, obviously, but I didn't know too much into it. So is there anything that a new parent needs to know, or perhaps a pregnant woman who's about to embark on that journey? So this goes back to when and how you file. So yes, the child tax credit is something that's extremely important. And you asked the question before related to what do we do about getting this tax refund, and what do we do about taking advantage of the child tax credit? Well, the answer is to file as quickly as possible. Once you have all your tax information, you don't have to wait until April 15th. Get it filed as quickly as possible. And again, get your money back. I know that's all I think about is like, I just want my money back. Let's dig a little deeper into this personal finance New Year's resolution. I love that people are getting more involved in this. This is actually something that I have actively been working on, and I'm hoping to improve on in 2026. So if somebody were saying, hey, I want to save more money, I want to get the most out of my money, where would you tell them to start? Well, here's the thing. For 2026, what you want to do is look at your withholdings, because why would you let the government hold your money all year? So you want to adjust those withholdings to maximize what you're going to get in your net paycheck. Now, what I tell people is the first thing that you want to look at personal debt. But like credit cards, that generally has the highest interest rates. So what you want to do is chip away at that and get that number down. Now, I know a lot of people may be thinking, well, it's extra money. Let me go out and spend. And you can certainly do some of that if you want. But the smart financial move is to take down your personal debt. Credit card debt is at all-time highs. So the fact that the president is giving back more money, let's get financially healthier in 2026. Yeah, I mean, every time I use a credit card, I think this is borrowed money. And you have to, it's not just money that's sitting in your account. Okay, Dan Geltrude, thank you so much for all of your tips this morning. We appreciate it. Happy New Year. I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Tilney. And I'm Aim for Your Heart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.